Hi y'all, it's Keleas here with Keleas.com. Today we're going to be making a really fun watermelon door hanger, and we love making these type of projects because they're quick and easy, and that's why we thought we would do them for you so you can get a quick win. Whether you're new to floral design or you've been doing it forever, this kind of base is really super fun to work with, and it gives you this pop of color and dimension that it's just gorgeous. And so we're glad you're here. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all the things, because we're going to have some fun and work some magic. So for this project, we're going to be using a watermelon base. This is just a door hanger. It comes pre-made like this. So be looking for interesting little shapes like this. In design school, we work with all kind of fun projects and materials. So we're always looking for something different. I'm also using a couple of geranium sprays because we're going to pick up the colors that are in here. So you can see your color palette. You've got red, you've got green, you've got cream. This will be our greenery. I thought we'd add a little bit of sunflower just to pop that white that's in there. And then there's a couple of little surprise elements you're going to have to watch a little bit further to see. But the first thing we're going to do is make our bow. And we picked out our bow right here with these two ribbons is what we're going to use. So let me move our little watermelon out of the way and we'll get hopping on our bow. You know, right now our design school is open and accepting new members, but depending when you're watching this video, it may be closed because it's only open twice a year. But you can get on our wait list or sign up today at Keleas.com, and we would love to have you. We teach you tips and techniques just like we're showing you today, so you can make beautiful, beautiful things for your home to sell, give as gifts. We do, you know, everybody does all those things. So I start off with my first tail, and this is a 20-inch tail that I'm using if you go the whole length of the bow maker. So I'm going to go over here and give this a trim at an angle. Okay, we're going to do that first. I'm going to take and measure it, come on to the center. This is where I twist. Very nice. If you need a link to the bow maker or a link to the supplies we're using in this project, just let us know in the comments and we will get you a link. And all of these supplies we're using today are from Keleas.com. These loops are at 7 inches. I'm going to come in and twist. So I've got one on each side so far. I'm going to come in with my second one at 7 inches. Come to the center and twist. Hold with your fingers in the middle and start to separate them out. I love that. 7 inches. And we're going to scrunch it, because we don't twist now because we want our tail to face front. There we go. There's our tail. I'm going to bring that up and cut it at an angle. Fantastic! Now, we got to come in with the watermelon ribbon. Of course, we want a little pop of that, and everybody loves the gingham. We've been using the gingham all year long and so many different things. So smoking popular. Come right into the center. Just decrease the tail length by about 2 inches. So we were at 20. These will be about 18. Come in and twist. Hold that in the center. And this one's going to be about 1 inch shorter. I'm going to go to 6 inches. Twist. I'm going to go down this other side. That's 6 inches. And scrunch that one. Just one loop of the watermelon. Just a nice little sweet bow. Now what I do is I'm going to go ahead and take a cable tie. Just a nice little 8-inch cable tie. Let me get one over here. And we're going to run it right against the dowel rod and gently bring that up. We make the bow first because it's the part of the project that we need to put at the very end. So we want to have it ready to rock and roll. All right, there's my bow. I flip that to the back. I'm holding pressure while I'm doing all this. Bring those tails down and start to manipulate these loops so they face up and they pop up pretty for you. You always want to use wired ribbon on your projects because it'll make your project look like $1,000,000. Look at there. So cute. Now, a little bit different. We're going to use in the center, I'm going to use a floral pin. So here's a floral pin. Let me see. Can you see it? It's a little bitty pin. You can get these at your local craft store. And that is used to push this in to our final piece when we get to the end. So I just slide it under, hold it, and get this tight. Okay, trim that part off. trim that off. We're doing really good. Last little touch is I want to run a little bit of ribbon down the middle to hide the cable tie. So I think what would be cute is to use part of this polka dot down the middle. So I'm going to cut a 12-inch strip of the red and black. Now I'm just going to cut right along the edge here. So I just get the little black polka dot. And I'll save this strip for other centers. So I'll just keep this. I'll just roll it right back up on the roll with the other ribbon. And then look how cute. We put the polka dot right in the center. Stinking cute. You do have to work it through your pin. Your pin's already attached, so it's no big deal. And just do a knot. Okay, and trim these off. Very good job. So our bow's done, our floral pin's in the back, ready to roll, and this part of the project's finished. Let's get back our base. We're going to build our foundation now. So I'm going to grab my watermelon, and I'm going to have it hanging this way, where the pointy part of the melon's going to go up. So this is the bottom part. So you need to decide if you want your arrangement higher or lower. I'm going to make mine lower. If you look on the frame, there's a place right here where these two pieces meet. So whenever you're going to build something on this, you need to do it at the intersection of the wire so it's nice and strong. So I'm going to flip this around and get my floral foam. And I'm just going to use a nice little block of floral foam right here that we're going to put on. I'm just going to put it just like this. First, I'm going to dip it in some hot glue in my glue pot. You guys know, you can catch my other videos where you see me using the glue pot. And I'm just going to scrape it off and come on in and just press that into the burlap. Give it a wiggle. Okay, and then I'm going to immediately flip it over because while it's hot, and be careful because it might come through a little bit, but we need to get some floral pins in here to hold it in. So first thing I want to do is go right into the glue through the burlap. These are just going to cure it to your base and it's going to go nowhere. Okay, let's get that all secured in. And it's better to be safe than sorry. But we're going to be adding some weight, so we need to make sure we've got that covered. And the next thing I do is I take a little bit of ribbon back here and just kind of go over my my little area. If you had a solid red, that'd be less conspicuous. But I'm just going to use the one we're using. And I'm going to glue these on right over that so that those little pins don't scratch anybody's door. Okay? And just take some glue and we'll do that. Now there is a little glue kind of coming through that's going to help hold it. But I'm also going to take a little and just spread it around from behind here. Just kind of do a little sandwich. There you go. And we just want to cover those pins. This is our main goal here. So we don't scratch a door. Okay. Because those are a little bit higher than everything else because they went over the wires. Okay. Door is protected. Yay! All right, and you can always tack more glue if you need to later to make sure it's holding. All right, this is where the fun begins. Oh, I'm always knocking my sign off. Don't knock your sign off, Mama. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is we're using this is one of the little surprise elements. It's going to kind of blow your mind. Is we're using these little curly sprays. They look like this. All right, and they're going to go in the back. So I'm going to use those here in the back of the design. Get that down a little bit more. Let me bring these guys over. We're going to start with these first. So I'm going to take and just cut these off till they have a little short stem. It doesn't need to be long. We're going to use 2 of these. There's number 1. Let's grab number 2. Come on up here, buddy. I like to add a touch of whimsy to our projects. And I want to show you how these are going to work. You're not going to know kind of to the end, but we're going to start by just getting them in. And this is where you're going to set the angle you're going to work at. And I think mine is going to be at this angle right here because it'll be hanging straight. Okay. I'll just keep it up and down while we're making it. I think I can do that. I think you can see it okay. There we go. So these will be right here, and they start our shape. These are our background pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and press these into the foam on the top and the bottom. I'm going to dip them in my glue pot first. Get a little glue on them. Here comes the first one going in. Very nice. Okay. And number 2 is going to go at the bottom. Grab it. If you get glue strings, make sure you pull them off. We don't want glue strings on our finished work, especially if we sell our pieces. That just shows a level, you know, you're not paying attention to the details. We get them off. Get those off. Of course, you miss one somewhere here or there, but you want to pull them off. Okay, so that part is done. Step number 2, we're going to get our geranium pieces in. And we have to actually take and what we call in our design school course, which you can find more info about at Keleas.com, is you have to shake hands with them. You have to fluff them out and make them a little bit wider. They come compacted in shipping. So you just want to make sure all the leaves are facing front and get them nice and pretty and fluffed out. So there's our first one. I'm just going to lay it on. Let me grab our second one. And you just want to continue with that same angle we're working on. Get it nice and cutesy, all spread out. And we're going to overlap those just slightly. Oh, that's pretty. This time I'm going up on top of the foam. And the reason I'm doing that is that's going to add some dimension. It's going to add just this little fun pop of dimension. I'm going to get those at a little bit of an angle. I like that. Okay, now we can take and trim the excess wire off. I'll just take and trim this. Nice. And I'll trim the next one. Fantastic. Now I want to lay them back where they were. And they're kind of just overlapping a little bit. I leave it a space in that middle because that's what we're going to have the bow when it all comes down to it. And we're going to use our floral pins. Dip them in the glue and then just pin these guys right in. And I think I can get both of these with one pin. If you need more pins, just use more. That's no problem. Okay, so those are kind of held on top. And that gives us a nice dimension between the 2 layers. But wait, we're not done. All right, now I want to pop our sunflowers in. We got 2 sunflower sprays that are going to really pop the white. And these are great for summer with the watermelons. So let's trim these down to right above their leaf. I'm going to cut them off. Here's the first one. And let's do one more. Okay, I'm just going to get them both prepped. So they're both about the same length. Save those longer stems. You might need them to put something in another piece. And I'm going to tape and put these in. These are going to kind of come in right beside the geraniums. There's our first one. You see that one? Great. So I'm going to push that into the foam right in that area. Come on in, buddy. And then we want to make sure we're giving it lots of motion. Look at it popping up. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. And then we're going to have one more going down. Just go opposite. Come on down, buddy. Come on down here to the party. Push it into the foam. Nice one. And make sure they have lots of motion and they're coming up. Okay? Okay. You got this so far? I think you do. I think you do. Now, here's the super fun part. We're going to add this cute watermelon pick. Oh my gosh. It's got the green. It's got the black. It's just perfect. And we're going to use that in here. So I'm going to break it into a couple of pieces so we can have a little more control over our placement. And I will cut this one right above the top, the little watermelon. Okay, so that leaves me that piece. And now I'm going to take these 2 and separate them into 2 pieces. Just so I can take and kind of have a good spacing on them with our other florals. This is so cute so far. I'm loving it. All right, let's put the longest piece we have. Let's have it kind of shoot out the top here. All right, so I'm going to take and put it in the glue, and then we'll just pop it behind. I'm loving it. Y'all, our Simple Saturday projects are projects you can make in under 30 minutes. So That is our goal here. So you can just have a blast. Okay, the other watermelon, let's have it come down under this geranium. Come on in. Bring it down. Move that leaf out of your way. Okay, very good. And you can just spread these florals out. Make sure you got it moving up. Everything has dimension. We don't want things flat. Okay, now our next step is to, we still got the last watermelon. We're going to wait to get the bow in. So let's get our bow in that we already made. It's our next item to bring in. Come here, Mr. Bow. He's ready to go. And we tied him at the beginning of the video, so if you're just popping in, make sure you go watch that. I am adding glue to the floral pins right now. So it will, you have to glue into the foam. You can't just stick things in, they won't be there forever. If you glue in, I promise you, you'll be real happy. They won't move around on you. Okay, beautiful bow going in. Now, you have to wrangle those tails. I'm going to pull the big tails behind all the florals. Okay, so they'll kind of go down like this. Let me just pull this one right to the side here. Okay, very good. Now, grab the other large tail, and it goes back and behind. Oh yeah, pretty, pretty. Just pull it under. Okay, and just tuck that over. We got it. Fluff them. Get out there. Get pretty. And I'm going to take these and curl them. And so we want to put our bow in this next step because we need to fill around it with our remaining really funky greenery. I love the greenery we're going to use on this. Let's pull this watermelon up. So don't be afraid to be the boss of your tails and your bow. Tell those ribbons where to go. Look, stinking cute. That's so stinking cute. Let's go this way. You can see a little more of it. Oh my gosh. We could even turn it completely sideways. Okay, I'm loving it. Oh gosh, y'all, it's so cute. Okay, now, last few touches. We're on the home stretch. It's our big, big watermelon. We really want it to pop out the front here. So I'm going to take and just do like an extreme little twist on it. And we'll leave that curl forward. Okay, dip this in the glue. And I'm going to press it right into the top of the bow. Right here. Yay, yay, yay. And then if there's any kind of glue strings, pull them off. So that is really popping right in the center. Now, our really fun, funky greenery that has this neat little texture to it is the perfect green to pop off all this red. So I'll just take a few little pieces and we'll cut them individually, actually. So they're into little pieces like this. Let's start, we'll cut a couple of stems off and then we'll start to tuck those in around. And the first thing I want to do is get them tied around the bow. It's really important you take your time on the detail part of your project because this little type steps can really make or break it. And you can notice in the images. See right here, you can see my wire. Well, we don't want to see that. We're going to camo that with some of this greenery. So I need it just a little bit shorter. And trim those tight right there. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Let's pop that right in here. Okay, I'm going to press it right in. And we're going to have these just kind of come right beside and around. And in design school, we call that breaking the plane. We want to break the plane of other elements in our design. So it has depth and dimension. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to get in class because we have just a blast doing this stuff. Okay, now I'm going to take a few other little pieces. We're going to work behind the ribbon just so I can camouflage my foam a little bit. So I'm going in the glue pot, getting a little glue on it, coming in from the sides. You can also go in here and tuck some moss around that foam. There we go. I got that piece in on that side. Let's do one over here. I love making this kind of stuff. It's very satisfying and it's gratifying. And this kind of stuff sells great, guys. Y'all know y'all can get all the supplies on Keleas.com. We'll have a supply list ready for you. So just let us know in the comments if you'd like the link for it. We will get it to you. Okay, and I'm going to use this right in here too. Pressing it into the foam. And then we will manipulate it to the direction we want it to go. Like I want it to come down a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. little bit more just up and around the bow. And you can use this as much or as little as you want. I love the texture of this. It's a little bitty berries on it. I mean, this stuff makes floral people freak. I know, we're weird. Hey, we all love each other because we know we like the same stuff. We like plants, we like fake flowers, we like real flowers. We just enjoy all the beautiful things in nature and even some things that are not in nature, but we can put our own little twist on them. Okay, and this one around the other way. Okay, how about a little more kind of coming up a little bit? I'm going to come up through my sunflowers just a little bit here. It's because it's adding this nice wispy feature. I'm loving that. Stinking cute. How about one more coming through those? That is so adorable. Y'all, I love, love, love these. Let's go up here. Okay. I think we did it. Now I'm going to show you our little fun surprise that I told you about at the beginning. Are you ready? Take your little green curls and just pull them straight up. So they're not a curl anymore. They're like a little squiggle. Get to the inside part of the curl here and pull straight up. And oh, that was so stinking cute. It is so whimsical and fun. Just pull straight up. Pull straight up. One more over here. One more over here. I mean, if your porch isn't decorated in watermelons already for summertime, it ought to be after you watch this video. Y'all, I had so much fun making this. If you want the link for the kit, just let us know in the comments. Of course, we'd love to have you in design school. We're open for new enrollment right now, but if you watch this later on a replay, you can get in the wait list over at Keleas.com. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you soon. Go have fun with flowers. Make something beautiful today. I'm going to hang this up. Bye, guys. Ooh, this is pretty. So pretty.